So I'm placing that on the recording. Today is May 28th. It is 6 p.m. Pacific time. My name is Sergey Savastyuk. I have PhD in math. I did work with a few startup companies with good exits, and now I started Tickeron, which pretty much gives financial advice on the internet. So today I'm going to be talking about how to trade with odds of success. It is a kind of a new concept in that sense. Nobody is doing that. You are going to be able to see quite a lot of interesting things. Okay. First of all, our company is SEC registered. It is a Security and Exchange Commission registered company, which allows that registration allows us to give you advice versus all other companies, quite a lot of companies, not all, which are not SEC registered, and they can really sell you a bunch of baloney, be kind of politically correct, but if they do sell it, then it's an example of Online Trading Academy, which right now being sued by a Federal and Trade Commission for their training scheme. So they give online training courses. They charge $50,000 a course, as you can see, $50,000 a course, and now they're being sued for their misleading and fraudulent statements. Okay. So the question is how to find out if the company is registered, SEC registered, which is not. So obviously, Online Trading Academy was not registered, and now they're being sued. And what you have to do is to go to the legal section, find this ADV Part 2. This is from Betterman, and you can find the ADV Part 2 for our company in our general information / legal. And if you find that, then the company is SEC registered, and this type of companies cannot give you any BS, okay, because it is prohibited quite significantly. Okay, so why people use artificial intelligence and algorithms? Simply because 75% of global trade is handled now by algorithms. Obviously, you want to learn as much as possible about this type of opportunities and use that also as much as possible when you trade, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you what are the basics of a trading plan development. I will give you the definition of the odds of trading success. I will show you quite a lot of analysis based on the odds, okay? And then I will kind of show you a few our premium products, okay? Some of them are free, some of them premium. So how typically people trade? I kind of split in 4 different groups, okay? Let's say it's a trend continued. Stock goes up, you make a bet, you have a trade idea that it's gonna continue, and that's your pattern of trading, right? Okay. Or it goes down and it continues to go down. Okay. Trading on a dip, so it goes up a little bit down, and right here you're making a call that it's going to go up. Trading on a breakout where stock goes up, then reaches a particular price breakout, and then it trades continually up. And this is a trend reversal where it goes down, and the people trying to find this particular point of a reversal, which is the most dangerous thing to find. Okay. Because typically it goes that way, it goes down, and in more cases it goes down again. Okay. So let's look at some historical cases. This is a big cases, and market right now proves that maybe not necessarily happening, but there were crashes like 2000 crash, 2008 crash, and now it's again crash. And there were a lot of other cases, 1929 crash, and sometime in 80s. All of them ended up of a pattern like that: crash, then up, and then down. Okay, and then again crash, up and down. So we're right now kind of a crash up and then keep going up. It's something unusual, which shows that maybe it doesn't work always, but we will see. Okay, so that way, let's look how we calculate the odds of success. And what is the odds of success? You see, this is a definition. Odds of success are the percentage of outcomes which confirm successful trade signals in the past. Okay, so let's assume you have this trade idea, like trading on the dip. It's up, down, up, right? And let's assume it is for the particular stock or some other class of assets. Okay, then what you do, you go back in the past and look. Okay, you found a similar case: up, up, success, up, down, and down. Okay, so that means it's a failure. Up, down, up, and up, down, up. You have 3 successes and 1 failure. Then your odds of success at 3/4, which is 75%. So what it means we went back, identified similar cases in the past, okay? And that way we did backtesting, okay? So what's the difference between the typical backtesting and our odds of success? The difference is that we pre-calculating these odds and give it to you at the moment of the presentation of any trade idea. Because typical development in other softwares, you come up with the idea, you come up with a strategy, and then you do the backtesting, okay? And then if backtesting is not good, you do it again, okay? Here, the odds of success are pre-calculated. This is a percentage of outcome which confirms successful trade signals in the past. So 3 successful out of 4, that means 75%, okay? So a lot of our predictions are primarily for the trading, not for investing. We do not give advice on the long-term investing. We're just trying to find those cases when it's half pipe, people are jumping. You see, they have enough of inertia to go up. Okay, so that's called trend trending. Okay? And trend trending has to have enough of inertia. Here it's more inertia down, it's more up, and now you fly. So we're trying to catch not a lot of money, but some money where there's a trend identified. Okay, so that means we're trying to identify these trends, make money, and find another trend. That's the approach here I'm going to be explaining. Okay. So one of the things I'm going to be using is the trend group analysis. Why? Because imagine you have this herd, and obviously they kind of tend to move together. So if you identify a herd, and that's moving to the left, to the right, in our case, stocks kind of like a herd moving up and down, what it could be like a category, industry, theme. What is the theme? It's 5G, China, anything which somewhat unite the group, right? So if the group goes a particular direction, then your idea most likely going to work out well, okay? So that's the important thing which you have to constantly verify, okay? So let's try to see what can be done, okay? What I'm gonna do, I'm going to open the site, okay, and then start working with you through the different types of things, okay. So let's see. You see, Williams-Sonoma, it is a company in the specialty stores. And that news was identified by our artificial intelligence. And now you see it's kind of like a news feed which you can use. Okay, so that's the news feed. Here, if you very useful pieces of menu, and here is a menu too. Okay, one of the way to use our system and find out the trends and find out what we are thinking is to, for instance, type here Tesla, okay, and then get the news feed about the Tesla, only about the Tesla. And here in this page, you see we give all the charts and the commentary. So for instance, the stock opened at this price with a small gap down. You see this is a gap down, then went up and down, okay? But then you can look at the chart, what was the month, quarter, or a year, okay? So you can see that's how Tesla behaves. So go back, and I still showing you this page where you can see it's a trends, the sectors, international, and everything else. Okay. Now let's go back to our news feed and let's look at the company Williams-Sonoma and specialty stores. How to use and identify the trends and check whether or not that idea is good. Okay. So what we see here is the following. The Williams-Sonoma, it is 3 months gain at 16%. That's quite a lot. You see, it's a good, nice chart. And then we say, okay, odds of uptrend, and here's the view odds. Obviously, we here before login. If we log in, okay, we click here and we log in, let's say with the Facebook, just one click, okay. Now, we inside of the system, you see it's my picture and they say Williams-Sonoma, and here are odds of success, okay? So that's the kind of the beauty that it's already done for you. Even though it's been going 16%, then let's read the news, okay? It turns out that there were 138 cases similar to that kind of a pattern of going up. And then 88 of them went to the same direction. Okay, so that means it's been going up and will continue to go up with a 64%, which is not bad. Is that possible that somebody is doing better? Let's look at that. It's Navistar International. Okay, another one is going down 90%. Okay. Okay, you see, we're giving you these pre-calculated sorts of success up and down. Okay? So now, okay, I talk about the herd, right? Now let's see how we can identify that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna narrow down my search of good trade ideas, and I will say, okay, I will use technical analysis as my hashtag for all news which been generated. Okay. And here are some of the news, okay? And I will say the following, okay? I selected hashtag, you see hashtag technical analysis stocks, and then I will use, let's say, moving averages as my underlying search, okay? And as you can see that now all of this news been generated based on the moving averages. Okay? If you don't know how moving averages work, you click here about moving averages. And this is the definition of the this type of indicator. Okay? So then what I'm gonna do is to select all bullish stocks in my news feed, and as you can see, now I have only green, 66%, 81%, okay? And they are from different industries. Some of them you see advertising and marketing, this one pharmaceutical, but all of them based on the fact that the signals were given by the moving average as an indicator, okay? So I identified some of the stocks, and you see, we automatically give you the analysis of the entire group. So as you can see, group, that entire group is kind of moving up, and that's good. And what it means if I trade this group as a group, then I might really see how it's going to work out for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a trick where I can use our paper trade capabilities to verify if it's going to work tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So what I'm going to do, you see, this is a 10. Okay, that's analysis for 10. I click here, and I go to the paper trade. Okay, what is the paper trade? It is like a brokerage, but doesn't trade real money. But what we do, we assign to each position $10,000, and then we can buy or sell. I'm going to press buy. Markets are closed right now, but I'm still going to click OK. And that way, these trades went to the paper trade. Let me show you a little bit about the paper trades. Okay. So as you can see, these are my paper trades, which are been over the time, and this gives me analytical tools to see how I'm doing. You see, average duration of my trades were about 7 days. Okay, then on average, my profit was about $572, and average loss 400, which is good actually. This number always has to be better. So I made 32 trades, and you see I was right 70% on the long position, and then I was right 42 on the short positions, which is kind of okay. And then over the last month, I made $10,000 with only 34 trades. Okay. If we look at the quarter of my trading, then as you can see, I've made what 35,000. Okay. So what it means that you use these trades as if you're trading real money, but they're not real. And you can see pending orders. I just placed all of these 10 right here, and I will be able to see how that's going to work out for me tomorrow. Okay. What you can do is to look at different slices like stocks, forex, cryptos, and trade different assets of classes, different asset classes. Okay, so what you also can do, you can analyze where ideas come from. So you can look at open trades or closed trades. As you can see, it can come from news like this one. So for instance, I made these trades from news, and it's going to be recorded as news. When you close, it's also going to be from news, and you're going to know that if you trade from news, then it's good. If you trade from other sources, it's going to be recorded here. Okay. So let's look what was here. Some ideas come from Premium. It's a pattern search engine. This is from news. This is from Scanner. This is my ideas, which you can make directly from here. So for instance, you can type here FB, Facebook, and then trade. Okay, I'm not going to do that because I don't know how it's going to work out. Okay, so this tool will allow you to learn about yourself more than you really know about yourself. Okay, by trading this way and then looking at open positions. You see, this green means I bought it. This is a sell, short, right? So as you can see, I'm doing not that bad on these 8 trades, making 2,000. I can exit some of them and then or cut the losses right here. Okay. So let's go back to our news feed, which I just generated. So here as a tool, it allows you to look at the herd as a group. And if it was selected based on the moving average, then it's based on the moving average. So what I can do is to remove moving average and then create another group. Let's say I know about RSI. This is a relative strength index, relative strength indicator. So that group shows kind of negativity. Then I will then do the following. I will kind of select. You see the 10 which was selected right here showed negative, and these ones are positive. Some of them negative, but that's kind of the way you can analyze. You can select all of them, let's say bearish. Okay. You see now all of these stocks are bearish. Okay. Now let's look if any of these stocks are familiar to you, and then we can do the further analysis of the industry. So you see, I'm kind of looking at these ones. This dropped quite significantly. Integrated oil kind of going down. What I can do, I can click here and can do the search of all integrated oil companies, and also see the news feed and see what's going on with the group. Okay, now they are as a herd, as a group, they united by the fact that it is integrated oil industry. You see, I can read here more because it's one group and gives description, gives analysis, quite interesting analysis. Then it says that with the chances of 71%, you see, this is the odds, this group is going to go down. Okay, some of them go up, but as a group, it's going to go down. What I can do, I can remove from here penny stocks, and then I have 23 stocks, and then I will select this as let's say I will take all the bearish stocks. Okay, now I definitely know that I have these bearish stocks which are going to go down with these odds, and analysis of this group is this one. Okay, so what else can do with that list of the news we've been generating? Okay, I can do the following. I can take all of these 18 news, okay, and then move it to the screener. Okay, let's do it to the screener. So when you want to move from one module to another, look for this blue field and then move it to any of our modules anytime. Okay, so let me introduce you to the screener. As you can see that we give fundamental analysis, technical analysis, we give classical fundamentals, we give earnings and dividends, and we also, and then artificial and human intelligence analysis of these stocks, as well as view as tickers or earnings calendar. So for instance, if I want to trade and find out when I'm going to have the earnings reportings of these companies, then here's the calendar. Okay, I don't think any screener has any other screener has anything close to what we have. So let's look at the fundamentals. If you really know how to read all financial statements, then you would know what is the PB ratio is, what is the P ratio, beta, EPS, ROE, and all other things, PEG ratio, then it's good. You can make some conclusions. But if you don't know that, then we come up with our own fundamental analysis ratings. And as you can see, this is the red and green and gray. The easiest way is to sort, let's say, valuation. Some people like undervalued companies. You click here, you see these are companies are undervalued. And then if you want to trade only undervalued companies, then you can do that. You can also look at the technical analysis and see whether or not some of these undervalued, you see, this is the same list, right? You see undervalued companies. You can look, is any of these companies going to go up based on this technical analysis, how to read these statements. I will show you, okay? So what it means that the short term, there was a signal, Arun signal. It's another indicator. You can read about that too. 5 days ago was a signal. We look at what happens with this indicator after 5 days, and a 56% odds of success going where? Down, right? Down, down, down. So I would not touch it to buy, but it's a really good opportunity to sell, okay? Even though it's undervalued. But this one, as you can see, kind of picking up, it's becoming green based on other technical indicators, okay? And so BP, that means out of this analysis, BP is a good stock, right? And we know that there was a group analysis made. Why I keep saying group analysis? Because we're looking at this herd, okay? So the group analysis is good, and then technical analysis is good for BP, then BP could be a really good trade opportunity. And then what you do in order to verify it later, you can press here and buy that, let's say, on the opening bell tomorrow. So that way you verifying yourself and our system. So again, I really encourage you guys to lose paper money rather than your real money when you get in trained. So we're helping you to get trained without losing any money, because about 90% of beginners are losing money. And the main thing not to lose is just to train yourself before you are gonna trade the real money. Okay? So let me show you one trick here. This is a TA score. This is a technical analysis score. You can click here, and that way you're gonna get all green up, okay? And sort that one more time, all the red up, right? So that way you selecting all the best technical analysis, and then here the same thing, get all the green ones, okay? It's not a lot of green, but that's the best one too. Okay, but that's you see, that shows immediately it's been good because the fundamental analysis has been good for this company. Okay? The ratings are between 1 and 100. Between 1 and 33 with color is green. Then the last third is a red. And in between it is a gray when there is some uncertainty, which is not bad. And it's still workable, okay? So let's assume I want to create a watch list for what would be the good thing for me, let's say, to create a watch list for tomorrow. What I can do is to sort by moving averages. As you can see, it's only green, okay? What I can do is to, it's only 18 stocks. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a watch list, okay? I'm gonna click here. Now you see this green stuff is activated. And then I'm gonna create a watch list for tomorrow. I'm not gonna do the trades. Okay, so add new. I'm saying, okay, like that, 0, 5, 28. What is the oil, right? Oil, okay? So enter. Now I have my watch list created. So let's assume I'm gonna come tomorrow. I'm gonna open the system at pretty much any point, okay? Let's assume I come in tomorrow and I want to see what's going on with this particular list of 18 stocks. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go here. I obviously logged in. I'm gonna go to the watch list, okay? And then 0.528 oil, okay, click here. And what I'm gonna get the same list, okay? So that means I can check it out how it worked out for me in the past. I can get that list anytime I want, okay? So let's assume it is tomorrow, market is open. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to click again, and instead of trading immediately, I will click on a scanner. Scanner will give me intraday performance of every stock on that list when the market is open. You see, that's how it traded today. Okay, that was a trading. Let's assume you would come tomorrow and open that. Then it's going to show you like 15 minutes right here, and important thing is that what you're gonna do, you're gonna look at this column, okay? Column is gonna give you the gain and losses from the point and the time you clicked on the scanner. So what it means I click, and then it's gonna start here accumulating gains and losses, and I can observe that, how it would work out for me if I trade it. Okay, so it's again another opportunity to see how it works. And let's assume you would decide to kind of buy that one, right, tomorrow. Then again, you can, or like several of them, let's say you're going to decide buy or sell short. Then what you can do, you can, as a group, you can do it one by one, paper trade, or you can find it here, paper trade, and click it, and then again we can send it right to the paper trade, and then you're going to verify if that strategy worked for you. Okay, why I keep saying that? Because you have to develop your style. Okay, you have to understand, oh, okay, if I constantly use screener and the scanner, that works out for me. And then you're going to verify it in the paper trade mechanism, the system without paper trade. Yeah, you see, you're going to verify it right here. How are you going to verify it? Let's look at my closed trades, 236 trades, and then I'm going to click it right here on the ticker. Okay, I'm clicking here. What's going to happen? It's going to show me where I made money by ticker, where I lost money. Let's see that Apple, I made 3 trades and I made almost 1,500. Okay, so what it means, what is the conclusion? I'm kind of really lucky with the Apple, right? With the AMD, I lost 1,100. I'm unlucky, right? Yeah, there is elements of luck, and the opportunities to get used to the style, right? What else? Oh, okay, look, this is one company I kept losing. So then you remember, and then for the sake of the, okay, let's say I made $10, then you would say, okay, Calm, what is the company? Calm Main Foods. I don't think I'm going to trade that Calm anymore, right? Okay. But did you lose this money? No, no, really, you didn't. Why? Because it's paper money. Okay. So let's look here. Oh, okay. CHK. I think it's GSP company, right? Okay. Look, I made 5 times money. Am I gonna like it next time? Most likely, yes. So okay, look, it's quite a good track record. So when you look at that, then you're gonna say, my God, when I see another opportunity to trade this one, there's a good chance. And again, it's odds of success, right? So what my odds of success so far with the CHK is 100%. Is that going to be always 100%? No, but it's a good chance that I'm going to be good because it worked out for me well. Here, the source of the idea is mine. That means I just kind of come up with that idea. If it would have been news, it would be news. If it is coming from scanner, it would be scanner. If from other products like screener or some other products, it's going to be kind of recorded, you're going to know, okay, my personal odds of success is for CHKs are good and good for, let's say, scanner or screener or other products, okay? So that way you're analyzing yourself. Look, CIEN is good for me. Okay, what else is good for me in big chunks? Okay, look, CRC is good company for me. It's a California Resources, right? So okay, okay, who's DHT? I have no idea why I lost on this. I'm gonna trade DHT. I don't think so. Okay. And here, another example, look, that's how you can analyze of your personal odds of success based on the paper trades, right? So this company do Diamond Offshore Drilling, right? Okay, let's see. It is, I'm not big fan of their uh, actually penny stocks, but happened to be a signal several times and worked out well, okay? So that's how you analyze that, and then making conclusions that some of these odds are good for you, some of them are not, right? You see this one, grab, okay, total loser for me, okay? I'm gonna do it again, I don't think so. Maybe in the future, when you use our paper trade, we're gonna make such a thing that you're gonna try to trade grab. We're gonna tell you, up, don't do that like that. Okay, you click here, and then you're not gonna do it. Okay, so let's see. I am you total loser. Look, okay. But overall, this LNG is good, right? Okay, so that's the thing I encourage you to do, is to try to use it. Okay, so that's where I started. I'm showing you the things how to use it, like move from watch list to the scanner, and then trade it. Okay. So let me show you some other popular filters we have since we're sitting here. You see, you can, some people trade gaps, okay? I used to trade gaps. I can click here, but you have to really click it in the first like 5 minutes of the opening market, okay? You click, and then we will give you all the stocks which are giving the pretty big gaps. It was like 36% gap, 11% gap, okay? So you see, and why people like gaps? Because one of the trading strategies is what? That quite often these gaps are being closed. You see, it jumped on 11%, okay, and then pretty much closed. It's so what's it? A Triumph Group, okay. So what I'm gonna do? Click here, click here. Now I'm gonna read about Triumph when I'm gonna, let's say, trade it, okay. As you can see that it is written right here. It was a pretty big gap, but it closed quite a lot. Okay, so let me show you some other popular features. Let's say you can find top gainers within a month. Okay. You see, this is the best gainers for the month. So almost 500%, 300%, 200%, another 200%. Okay. Why I'm showing you this? Because the strategy is still, your kind of plan is still valid, like this one, right? Trend continued. If it goes up, there is a high probability it's going to continue up. So if you have this scanner, okay? So you're gonna say, I don't know what's gonna happen with this list. And that's where we help you. So what you do, you click here, you select 10, you can get more, but let's say 10, okay? And let's see if our group analysis is gonna work out well. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this to the summaries, or I can get a news feed, okay? It's almost the same, but with slight difference, but you get used already to the newsfeed. Let me show you, okay? So let's see if we project this group is gonna go up again. Okay, we click here, So the same 10 arrived right here, okay? And now we're gonna, you see, this is this, you see, what are the chances it's gonna go up, likelihood of gonna go up? It's not good, okay? So that means it's pretty much might get a trend reversal, okay? Even though it's going up, but it is already going down. So this group could be a good opportunity to really move down on a reversal of trends, okay? So we thought it's going to continue to go up, but accidentally what we did, we found this trend reversal for quite a lot of companies, okay? So that's how you can do this analysis. Let's look at another popular filter. Let's say just looking at 1 week gainers. A lot of companies go up right now, and I'm still, yeah, you see this, all of them going up quite a lot, 97%, 58, okay? Let's analyze these 10, how and whether or not it's possible they're going to continue to go up, okay? And again, move it to the news feed because I can read about them. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. You see, that group after a week is good, but it's strange that it also doesn't like it because they move too far high, and some of them is in the reversal. Huh? I'm surprised. Okay. You see, it's also, so that means, you see, even I don't know, they moved up quite significantly. Even for a week, it turned out that they on a trend reversal. Okay, that's interesting. So it is interesting because the market might go to the reversal. Let me check how it's gonna work out. How I'm gonna check, I'll show you. Okay, I'm just curious myself. You see, that was a day, right? What happened with Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq, Russell, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to do the following way. I can do it manually, I can do it automatically. Let me do it manually. I'm gonna analyze that as a group, okay? So I'm gonna put DIA. DIA is a ETF, represents Dow Jones, okay? SPY, you might know, represents S&P 500. Then I will enter QQQ. It is a NASDAQ. And then I will put IWM, represents Russell 2000, okay? So now I have these 4. And then you see I can get news feed for all 4. I will press go, okay? And now I'm gonna see, I look at the news, okay, but the group analysis is such that, let me show you the different thing. So I'm gonna go not to the news, I'm gonna go to the summaries. That's gonna be better, where I'm gonna really see the analysis. Okay, so what the summaries does, they accumulate all the news, and no, market shows the following, that there's a continuation overall market up. Okay, the 76% chances it's going to continue to go up. It's a straight. So no, the entire market is not going to reverse anytime soon. DIA, as you can see, is a good point. From here, it was a signal coming from momentum. If you don't know what is a momentum is indicator, you read it right here, okay? So let's see, SPY. From this point of April, it gave a signal, April 24th, that was a signal based on the moving average. Actually, moving average, quite a good indicator, even though it's simple, but it really works. So from that point, you could have made the money, okay? It's moving up. And continues to move up. Let's see, QQQ is also gave us a moving average. Oh, that's a big deal. When there's a 50-day moving average across a 200-day moving average right here on the May 19th, then the chances is going to continue up is pretty big. Okay, it's 90% after intersection is pretty high. Okay. Then IWM, Russell 2000, is also making money since May 1st for a month. Okay, as you can see, all four indicators continue to show market up because I was thinking it's going to reverse, but it doesn't appear so. Okay, and then number of advancing issues is 1.35 versus 1 decline. So there's more buyers than sellers. That's how you interpret this type of a graph. Okay. So let me see what I showed you in my list. So I showed you paper trade, watch list, scanners, trends in news feeds, trends in screener, pattern search engine. Okay. So this is our premium product. All of these products I showed you so far, they are free. You can use it. Okay. It's enough only to log in. But if you want to learn about the patterns, then this example, like head and shoulders, you see it's reverse head and shoulders. So it's a head and two shoulders, right? So what we do, we have about 37 patterns which our AI identify, and then you see this is also head and shoulders, and this is this head and shoulders. But the importance of this ideas such that we really know where to enter, exactly where to exit. Okay, so this type of a product we call as pattern search engine. Okay, you come here in the pattern search engine. Okay, and then you can really see all kinds of patterns which been generated and statistics around that. Okay, let's say that pattern was identified May 28 today, triangle ascending. What you do, you really click here and see everything what relates to the company, the mechanism, distance to target anticipated 11%. Okay, and as you can see, this is a pattern. It's called triangular ascending. So you can read about this pattern quite a lot. And then also see how it worked out for all other trades with the SMCI. You see there was a 5 trades, 23%, 20%. This is losers, this is gainers. Why it is important to understand odds of success? Because you always get to use to the fact you can never be 100% in winners. You have to generate big winners and small losers. Okay, that's what this system provides. Okay, so let's assume I'm gonna go to this advanced search. I generate only bullish signals. Okay, and then we'll look at the kind of odds of success here. And the confidence, 93% level of confidence. Okay, so what I can do is to analyze this in the different places. So for instance, I can move 30 tickers from here, okay, to the screener. Okay, I click it here. And now all my patterns, which were identified in one tool, can be now analyzed on the fundamental analysis. You see, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and all the fundamentals right here. Okay, and you see, it's kind of interesting. Yes, you can have red stuff, but the patterns show an opportunity, and then you can analyze that after one click. Okay, so what I would do here, let me go back. What I would choose here, let's say, so is any company known? Capital Bancorp, okay. So look at this one. Okay. So let's assume you kind of like, it's already make here we give you distance to target, and then we give here, this is a breakout point, okay? And this is a target, but it's pretty much actually what happened here, it's already almost reached the target price, and that trade, it's a little bit too late to take because it was generated right here and very high. I would not trade that one, okay? What I would do is to look at another one. Okay, we have about 10 minutes to the end. Guys, if you're familiar with the Zoom, we should be by now, right? Then give me the questions, I will answer them, okay? So that one I would be trading, it looks good. If I want to read more about that, what I would do, I would click here, and then again, in the news feed for the company, I can read everything right here as a report, which we generate, and you see that's the kind of already catching up with the point of a drop, and now it's going up. Okay, so I'm leaving about 10 minutes for the questions. In the meantime, when you formulate them, I can type here hi, and if you see that, then you will be able to type the same place your questions. In the meantime, I will show you what other products we have. This parent search engine, trend predictions, will predict not the parents but the trends. Then we can manage portfolios. Then these are the stock or ETFs intraday parents. Okay, so it really goes to the market every 5 minutes and find parents. And then it gives the statistic for each of them, and then also gives you see the statistics. What you do, you look at the confidence level and then look at statistics. Okay, correct predictions with this confidence level is not good, but if you increase that, okay, it's now 65%. So let's assume 70. It's 95% of correct predictions for this type of a pattern. Okay. What I have is the webcast, which are past webcasts, and then you can listen about the patterns, trend predictions, pattern search engine in other webcasts, or you can join next webcast, which is going to be in 1 week. Okay, so I have one question so far. How does your platform work for day trading? How much is a premium subscription, including all the search patterns? Okay, what you do here is you go to the membership. Okay, so you go here, and then you click here and you get to the membership. Okay, so what I recommend for day trading, let's assume you day trade stocks. Okay, so what I would do, I would select this option. So you see I'm subscribed to all of them, but let's assume I'm not trading Forex. I would unclick Forex. If I don't trade cryptos, I would unclick cryptos. Okay, and then parent search engine of the day, it's actually kind of included here, but it's not a feed. It's one supposed to another, then this way, okay? So for day trading, we recommend the following. You use this stock ETF parent feed as a foundation, but also check with the trend prediction engine, okay? So with these two products and all other free support which we give, it's going to be good enough for the day trading. So what you do, you would have to get to the video and then see how to set up this particular product. Okay, I can give you a brief rundown. So you go here to customize, okay, and then here you select what the time frames you want to choose. It is a fast 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 31 hours, and 1 day is included. Okay, so then you move here, let's say confidence level, let's say 50%. Okay, and then you look at the stocks here and then click all of them. But if you want to trade some selected ones, you do it here. Okay, so if you want to trade not all of them but just selected set, so then what you do, you unselect here, go here, and then put here any list you want, and it's supposed to be already working where you can move the list right here. Let me check just a second. Okay, so let's assume I have that list. I'm gonna make a clipboard, copy to clipboard. Okay, and now I just want to check if it's working already. So I'm going to here paste. Okay, yeah. You see, when you see now I can select pretty much any list and add to this day trading pattern prediction. Okay, so let's say you can do the following also in order to day trade. So you go to screener. I'm just kind of trying to quickly give you, and then let's assume you want to trade only kind of a selected industries, and just for the sake of argument. Okay, okay, so I selected those. Okay, yeah, I had a filter. I have to kind of remove it, so let me do it again. So let's say biotechnology, medical specialties, and that's all I wanted, 375, okay? So I can look through them, and then let's assume I wanna move this list or some part of that list to the my parent feed, right? So what I have to do, I click here, you see this blue field is activated. I click here, and oh no, I don't need that. Then I go here, and I don't need to do this way. Yeah, you see, I can remove all this here. Okay, just a second, tickers. So you see, I paste here. Oh, did I do that? No, I'm sorry. So what I have to do, copy to clipboard, go here, here, paste, boom. Now I can add all the stickers in the particular industry, and then the patterns are going to be searched in this particular list. Okay, so that's a brief rundown to how to use these tools. And I have a couple of minutes, and then Zoom is going to close that meeting in a couple of minutes. Guys, for questions? I hope I answered that one. If not, then guys, please try to use paper trade. Don't jump immediately to the money. Use all our tools. Test yourself first. Even if you're trading money, try to use paper trades because you're gonna gain more experience. Okay. How long has this platform been around, and do the hedge funds use it? Yeah, some people been using that in order to check whether or not I'm saying true.